To implement our trailer modal, we're going to go back to our movie information and we're going to implement it just below this box. This is the last component we're going to write. I know this was a long file, 150 lines. So right here, let's enter our modal, which is going to be not a self-closing component, but it is going to have a few props. It's going to have a prop called close after transition. And if you hover over it, it says when set to true, the modal waits until a nested transition is completed before closing. This is recommended to put with every Material UI modal. Then we're going to give it a class name, and that's going to be classes.modal. Then we need to know if our modal is open or not, so we can give it open is equal to open. This open is going to be a state field that we're going to create right now. So let's scroll to the top. And right here, let's create a new use state that's going to be open, set open, and at the start, it's going to be set to false. We of course have to import use state from React. Great. Now let's scroll to the bottom. And right here, we also need the onClose function. And onClose, that's going to be a callback function where we're going to set open to be equal to false. Finally, inside of our modal, we want to show a video iframe. So right here, we're going to open a dynamic block and we're going to say data.videos.results.length. That means if there are any videos, if the length is greater than 0. In that case, we can display the following block of JSX. And that's going to be just the one self-closing iframe tag. If you haven't used iframes before, it's basically a video representation in the browser. We're going to give it a few props. The first one is going to be autoplay. Then we're going to give it a class name equal to classes.video. We're going to set the frame border to be equal to a string of 0. We're going to give it a title, something like trailer. And we're going to give it a source. That's the most important part. And that's going to be equal to a template string of https://www.youtube.com/embed/ and then we can say data.videos.results and then 0.key. Because we want to get the first element and we need to get the key of that element. And finally, one last prop is going to be set allow autoplay. Great. That's going to be it. And the final goal we have to do is to implement the styles for our modal and for our video. So if we scroll down, we can say modal. It's going to have a display is equal to flex. Align items, which is going to be set to center, and also justify content set to center. And finally, for our video, that's going to be width is set to 50% to show it in the middle. Also, height is going to be set to 50% like this. And finally, on mobile devices, so we can copy this, paste it inside of the video. On mobile devices, we want to change the width and the height to be 90% because we want to cover almost the entire screen. Now, let's go ahead and save it and take a look in the browser. I'm gonna reload the page. Now back in the browser, we have one error saying cannot read properties of undefined reading results. So we have to go back to movie information. And that's happening here. That's the exact reason why I told you that it's good to have question marks. Let's try to add question marks, save it, and then go back. There we go. As you can see, this now works. This was a great representation of why do we need to have these question marks. Let's save it and click trailer. Right now, our trailer doesn't open, so let's go to inspect and let's see what's happening. We get 5 different errors, but I'm going to clear them and then click it one more time. trailer. Nothing happened, we just got an info, but that was a previous console log we had. So let's search for all the console logs that we had. There's only one, and let's delete them. Now I'm going to add one more console log right above this modal, and it's simply going to say console log. We want to look into data.videos.results. Let's see if there's something in there. I'm gonna reload the page, and we immediately get an error saying we cannot have an array inside of a modal. That's my bad. I'm going to put this console log above our modal and not inside of it. So now I'm gonna click trailer, and we get undefined. That means that there might not be trailers for this movie. Let's go to popular, click free guy, and let's click trailer. Okay, we still get undefined. That means that we are definitely doing something wrong. Let's go ahead and check it out. Let's try to console log just data.videos. There definitely must be something there, but it looks like it's still undefined. What about just the data? Let's see. If we console log the data, we get the data about the entire movie. Is there such a thing as videos on there? There is just video set to false, but I cannot seem to see videos. Is it possible that this movie doesn't have a trailer? I wouldn't say so. Let's go for the Venom #1 trailer, and we do get it right here. Video set to false, and I cannot seem to see the videos array. So is it possible that we're not actually displaying videos for each specific movie? Well, remember when we were making the actual getMovie query call right here, use getMovie query, you can control click it to go here, and then in here we can see append to response, videos and credits. It looks like I misspelled it. That's going to be videos. There we go. So now if we reload the page and look at it, there is an array of 11 videos attached to our movie. Great. So now if we go back to free guy and go back to the movie information component, we can console log something like this, the entire array, or let's just console log this, the first movie key that we're getting. Where was my console log? Here. I'm going to console log it, clear the console, and reload the page. And there we go, we get the key. That means that now if I click trailer, it should start, but unfortunately nothing happens. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see what else do we have to do to actually run it. We are opening this modal, but open is at the start set to false. So we have to somehow open up this modal. That's going to be our next step. So to open up the modal, what do you think we have to do? Well, we have to go to this only function we left empty, and that is exactly the trailer button. So once we click this trailer button, we simply need to set open to be equal to true. And that's going to be it. Now, if we go here, I'm going to collapse this a bit, reload the page, and let's just click trailer. And there we go. Although it is really small, so what's happening with that? Let's go ahead and check the styles. I'm going to inspect it and inspect it one more time right here. We can expand this and see that we have a div here, and that div has a width of 100 and height of 100. The inner one also has full width and height, but this is not good. So let's go ahead and check if we have some mistake in our classes or our JSX. We are applying a modal class to our modal. So right here, we can delete this console log, and let's check our classes.modal. Right here, modal is display flex, align item center, and justify content center. The video itself has width and height set to 50%, which also seems fine to me. So let's see. And there we go, our new typo. This is going to be just video. As soon as we apply this, it goes over the entire screen, 50% width and 50% height. If we open up the trailer on the mobile, you can see that it takes 90% of the width and 90% of the height of the screen. We do have some issues with the mobile view right now, but we're going to fix that really soon. But with that said, our movie information page is done. We have the title, year, tagline, rating, categories, overview, top cast, buttons, and the You Might Also Like section. Finally, we have buttons to go to the website, IMDb. We can open up the trailer as well, or go to the back page. Our movie information page is now fully done. The next step that would make sense is to implement the actor page. So once we click on a specific actor, we want to be able to show the important information about that actor and also display the movies that that actor acted in. So let's do that straight away.